StarcraftOntology here with his very first StarCraft 2 cast, casting games from the Dreamhack Winter 2010 competition. Now, there's not much information on the website as far as who faces who when. They only posted the winner, it seems. But I have these games, and I'll cast them. If anyone has any more info, you can just post in the comments. So spawning as the Protoss in the 12 o'clock position is aTnSocke. I'll just call him Sock for short. His rating on the European Battle.net servers is 2,828 with a win ratio of 66%. His opponent spawning in the 9 o'clock position, also a Protoss, is Bischu. I'm not sure if that's pronounced correctly. Again, someone can post in the comments and let me know. Bischu is rated a little bit higher than Socke at 3,018, but a lower win ratio of 57%. And what do we see here? So Bischu is hiding a gateway. He wants to psych out his opponent's scouts, and doesn't see the gateway near the choke or in the normal positions, and basically misses the gateway. He might assume cheese. If he forces his opponent to assume cheese, then his opponent will react with very defensive measures, which would then allow Bischu to possibly fast expand and then take his time. So we'll see what happens there. Looks like Socke is basically walling off very close to his nexus here. That's pretty interesting. Instead of walling off right here or right here, he's walling off right at his nexus. That's something I might do against a Terran if I was afraid of Reapers. But against another Protoss, I'm not sure I would play that way. But let's see how it pans out. Okay, so it looks like Socke has already found the gateway here. So no surprise there for Socke. He sees that it is in fact a standard Protoss opening, one gateway, one cybernetics core. Both players chrono boosting out the. Let's take a look here in the production tab. The warp gate. Both players chrono boosting out that warp gate. Now, when you spawn as when you're playing Protoss, really that's the first upgrade you get. You want to get it as soon as possible. It is such a great upgrade. Basically, you're able to pump out units faster, and basically anywhere there's a pylon, anywhere there's a power field, or a warp prism that creates a power field, you can warp in units. That's just such a key feature of Protoss. And it looks like we have 4 gate opening for Socke. And for Bischu, we have 3 gateways and maybe a Robo Bay coming down soon. He has taken both gases, while Socke has only taken 1 gas. So it looks like Bischu is going to put down a Robo Bay soon. There it is. There's the Robo Bay going down for the yellow Protoss. 4 gate versus Robo Bay. So both are very standard openings for Protoss. Nothing special here except the interesting placement of both players. What you can do as Protoss, okay, forget that. Here we see already a push with 5 Stalkers, but it's not going to do anything as long as there's sentries protecting the ramp. So I'm not sure if I really agree with the strategy of Socke. It's pretty standard for Protoss to get these sentries, and as long as he has a sentry available, keep on force fielding the ramp just like that. But it does force a lot of sentries, and it looks like did he cancel? It looks like he's going to make something and then cancel. Not sure if it was going to be an observer or a mortal. We have yet another sentry, and it looks like Socke is going to retreat, search for any hidden pylons maybe, and regroup back next to his own pylon. So yeah, as soon as it's an immortal, as soon as the immortal comes out, Bischu should be able to hold this. Let's see here. Okay, we have a robotics facility for StarcraftOntology, and we have the robotics bay coming up. No robotics bay yet so far for Bischu. So, oh, and there's a battle here. Sorry, I missed that. Completely wiping off all those stalkers, and Bischu. This is pretty bad for StarcraftOntology. Bischu can come in right now for a counterattack, and he could block off the ramp, but let's see. Yeah, and he's going for a counterattack. We have no stalkers, 4 sentries, about looks like 5 zealots and an immortal, and the immortal is out for StarcraftOntology. So looks like he'll throw down a force field if he needs to. Nice patience on the part of StarcraftOntology, not wasting his force field until he absolutely needs to. Bischu has a second immortal out, and the Colossus is coming out for StarcraftOntology. Okay, here we go. Here we have the Robo Bay for Bischu, and his own Colossus is boosted out, or was, and an expansion coming up as well for Bischu. And it looks like StarcraftOntology is grouping up and heading out. His Colossus is out. He has a Colossus, an Immortal, and a ton of Zealots. Just a single sentry. He can use that one sentry is still useful to block some reinforcements coming down the ramp, if there were any, for example, an Immortal. And here we go. It looks like Bischu does have the superior army, and StarcraftOntology is definitely retreating because of that. And as you saw, he threw down force fields, but the Colossus is a massive shooter and is able to break those force fields. The battle here, and definitely should be able to take this. And he should. It looks like he's going to continue up the ramp. Right now, force fields will not help because they can just be broken. And actually, StarcraftOntology is up 1 Colossus, so that does force Bischu to retreat. And let's see. Do we have? Okay, we have extended thermal lance. Researching for both players, almost done for Bischu, and we have another Colossus. So Bischu's extended thermal lance is done. He has 2. He's almost done. He has 2 Colossi. If he were to push out right now, I'd definitely say he'd have the advantage. It'd be nice if he also had an observer hanging out right here, at the bottom of the Colossus, but. Yeah, it looks like Bischu does have the advantage, both in terms of army and an expansion in terms of economy. So right now the game's looking really good for Bischu. Not so hot for StarcraftOntology. So let's hope StarcraftOntology can pull something out of his bag of tricks here and show Bischu what's up, doing some competition. 3rd Colossus coming out. 97 supply for Bischu, and 74 supply for StarcraftOntology. And it looks like we're going to be right now. 3 Colossi versus 3 Colossi. The Colossi getting targeted. Zealots in front doing terrible damage. And Colossus also contributing to that terrible damage. Sentry is not really doing much except for the Guardian Shield, reducing some of that damage. But again, StarcraftOntology is retreating with his inferior supply, inferior economy. There's not much he can do, and I'm going to call this game pretty much for Bischu. I'm not saying that StarcraftOntology should throw in the towel just yet, but you know, he doesn't have an expansion up at all. He's working off of 1 base, and he has much lower supply than his opponent. Look at that, 64 versus 84. Huge difference in supply. 30% difference. Another Robo Bay. Both Robo Bays producing Colossi. It looks like he's just going to get a couple more Colossi, warp in a few more units, and make a final push and finish off his opponent. His opponent also has 4 Colossi, 2 of them in the red. They're going to go down much easier, much more easily than these healthy young Colossi. Wow, 6 Colossi. So it looks like Bischu is just he's just played a better game overall. He's macroed up better, and he's had the lead pretty much from the start. Wow, here we go. Zelot. It looks like Bischu basically doesn't have enough Zealots. Now there's nothing but Colossus on the field, and the healthy Colossus is just really making a difference here. He needs to focus down these weak Colossi, and the Colossi are going down. A couple Zealots getting into the mix here, and we should expect GG momentarily, any moment now. There's really nothing that aTnSocke can do to recover from this. More units just streaming up from Bischu's base, and yeah, that's pretty much game.